Yo, Snow baby.
Yo, it's your boy Note. We are back on the Note Show. I'm your host, Note. Let's get into it, baby. Let's go. You know I'm back, and I'm ready for the attack. All right, so we're going to go into it right now. UFC 276, okay? First fight we get into it's Izzy Stylebender against Jared Cannonier. What are we thinking about this, okay? Let's get into it. All right, so we know that Israel Adesanya is a great Muay Thai fighter. We already know this. We already have grounds to understand this, okay? And he's about to fight Jared. Now, Jared is a heavyweight. He's coming down to fight. Jared's got good power, good ground and pound. If somehow Jared can withstand Izzy's tactics and get a hold of him and get him to that ground and give him just one hit, Jared needs one hit. Guys, I know you're probably thinking like, well, I don't agree with that. I feel like Israel, if Jared can get this man to the ground and he gives him one solid hit, it'll change this fight. Because see, y'all forget that when Israel got really hit, his first hit from Yoel Romero changed the whole fight. Izzy dodged. Izzy kept away. He became a score fighter. He did not want to engage at all. You know, that fearless cape came off very quickly, whether you like it or not. Now, we have to really watch to see what comes in this fight to see if Jared can really overcome, adversity from Israel Adesanya, because it's going to be a big deal. This is going to be a big deal. Jared's been fighting a long time to get here. He's a good fighter. I've been watching him. You know, anybody that's a hardcore fan, you have to admire where Jared's come from, all the adversity to get to where he's at, all the fights. And he's a beast, man, straight up, no bullshit. And he's going to go into that fire, and he's going to put Israel to his test. Now, people probably are thinking that it's going to be an easy fight for Izzy. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real with each other. We all know what's about to happen. I mean, I want Jared to win just because I like him. I like the underdog in this fight. I can't lie. But I know that Israel Adesanya is going to be smart. It's going to be tactical. And Jared's going to walk straight into the fire. He's not going to run around. He's going to chase him, because if Jared can connect, I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole different fight. Like, he's going to have to worry about him. If he gets him to the ground and does one hit, gentlemen, one hit, that fight's about to be over, because Jared's going to fucking knock him out. I promise you. That's going to be a bad one. But Izzy's smart. You know what he's going to do. I can tell you what he's going to do. This is what he's going to do, because if he doesn't do this, he's going to lose. He's going to kick all his leg kicks as much as he can to them legs. He's going to distance, move. He's going to keep his reach. His reach is going to be his best friend in this fight, and he's just going to pick him apart. You know, he's a technical fighter. His Muay Thai is outstanding. You know, he can stand up and what he's going to take, but he's going to try to keep it technical. I don't see him trying to get in there and do anything else but technicality, because if he messes around with Jared at any point and plays with that man at any point of these 5 rounds, it's over, because they both got good cardio. Both. But that's my pick for that. I'm rooting for Jared. I love Stylebender, but that's who I want to win it. Let's move on, because you already know the next fight is what I'm ready for. The next fight is what's got me hyped, got me in the zone, and we already know it's Max Holloway against Alex Volkanovski again, baby, live at you. Now, you already know how I feel about this. The last fight that they fought, it was 3-2, Max all day. Period. I don't care what anyone says. You can go and watch that. He was robbed. My boy was robbed. He is a rightful heavyweight champ. I mean, he's a right champion. I don't know why I said heavyweight. I'm tripping. All right, but he's a right champion to me on that weight class, and I still can't believe that those judges got it wrong, man. I don't understand how you could have got it any way but 3-2, 3-2 all day, yo, all day. There's no other way. There's no other way. So we know that the strengths that this goes into. We know that they both got great cardio. There's not going to be any problem with this fight. This fight is going to be chaotic. You know, Max Holloway's already said he doesn't see it going past the 3rd round. So he's coming to bang. And you can see at the weigh-ins, Max Holloway's up. He's ready to go. He's amped. And I hope he's not getting too amped, because if you know anything about fighting, you get too amped, you burn yourself out and gas out in the fight. So you don't want him to get too overhyped about being in Hawaii. We know he's home. Let's get it. Let's get it. But you got to worry about Alex, because Alex has great cardio, but he's got great wrestling. He knows how to grapple, and he's got good ground and pound if he can get you down. You know, so you got to really worry about that. And in any fight that he's fought Max, he took him down whenever he wanted to. So that's going to be a problem for Max. If he can't stop the takedowns, he's going to lose more points, because that's where he's winning all these takedowns. He's scoring a lot for taking down. So he's gonna have to watch that. I'm saying we're gonna have to watch that because I'm Holloway, baby. But Max has the best boxing in UFC. Period. He's phenomenal. There's no way that I could see him losing this. But we're saying that, that's what I want. That's what I want to happen. I want my boy to win. But he's going to have to watch out. We're going to have to watch out on scoring, but we in Hawaii now, so I don't see them scoring him bad on this. I see an even fight. I see Max Holloway winning again and coming out, and I think that he's going to win this time more. For some reason, I feel like there's going to be a back fist. I feel like there's a back fist coming in this motherfucker, and I feel like he's right, bro. It's probably not gonna be if the man says it, I believe it because he's already put that out there. And as a fighter, I understand if you've already made that declaration of, man, this probably ain't going past 3 rounds, that man probably already got sworn in his heart. He's like, listen, I'm not gonna let this get past 3 rounds. Either he's sleeping me or I'm sleeping him, point blank. And I respect that. And I'm amped for that. Okay, let's get on the third fight, which is Sean Strickland and Alex Perez. And so we all know this guy from knocking out Israel Adesanya from kickboxing. Beat him twice, knocked him out once. Okay. See, this is the thing right here. It's hard to talk about who will win because I haven't seen him grappling. But as I've seen his UFC fights, his grappling doesn't look that good. Clinching up doesn't look too great. It's not like Volkanovski. Alex Volkanovski is fighting Max. He's got very good grappling, so you got to watch out. Alex Perez, Peruz, I can't really say his name, but you haven't really seen too much out of him in the UFC to talk about his grounding. But we do know that he's got a vicious left hook. And I mean, listen, y'all, if I ain't even playing, you go look at this man highlights, he's got like over 20 people he's sleeping, and a lot of them with them left hands. And he's very keen to use knees. He's going to use as much knees in his fights. He's very keen to them sharp knees. Notice that in his fights. He's very keen to that. But the guy's massive. He's a giant. He has reach in every department in this fight. He's going to be able to stand taller. But the good thing about your opponent, if you're fighting someone that's big, they'll gas out before you. You're hoping, because they're gonna need it more. Now, when we look at those two put together, Sean Strickland versus Alex Perez is what we're doing. Sean Strickland is a beast, bro. He's one of the best self-defense fighters. And when I say that, I mean that as far as not being able to really get hit. He doesn't take that much damage. Slides off his punches. He's very a defense fighter. He's got his own defense when it comes to sparring, when it comes to fighting. And if you've watched any of Sean Strickland's fights, he's very good at that. He's going to be fighting. This is his test. He's got this one fight, and then he fights Israel Adesanya. That's it. They're both going after the gold. That's what they want. They want Izzy. One's already beat Izzy, and one I think can beat Izzy. I know people are like, what? Yeah, I think Sean Strickland could beat Izzy. I think Sean's got that if factor, that toughness that's like, I'm in your face, and I'm not leaving. You're putting me to sleep, or I'm going to sleep. And that's the attitude these guys are giving you. Like, these fights are phenomenal. These guys are giving you, we're getting top-notch fights in this card. This card is so stacked. I mean, we're getting the biz. We're getting the biz. So how do I measure that up in this fight, though? How do I see who wins personally? I don't know. I don't know because I don't know enough about Alex, and there's not enough footage on his grappling or his wrestling. There's nothing enough to really say how he would do on that. But we can go to Sean. And we can look at him, and what we can say is Sean stays in the pocket. He goes straight forward. He's got power in his hands. He's very tough, very durability of the fight. He's got good cardio. He's not gonna just stray away from getting kicked or punched. He's gonna go in there and he's gonna walk just like Jared into that fire. If this is the factor to me. If Sean Strickland jaw can put up with Alex's punches and that knockout left hook he's got, it's over. He's gonna win that fight. That's it. That is my intake when it comes to that. That's all he needs is to have a strong chin. If he can last that strong chin, he's got it. Because he's only doing 3 rounds. You know, and if these guys are, I think these guys have been sparring for maybe a year. You know, maybe even longer. So that's my cue with this fight. Let's see what else we got in here. Who's fighting on this card? I know that I want to talk about one more other fight on this card. Let's see. All right, let's do Pedro and Sean O'Malley, okay? Pedro is a fucking savage, yo. Like, Pedro's not playing, bro. He is a savage. If no one has watched this little guy, he's a fucking savage. As far as his stand up, he's got. I would give his stand up okay. Stand ups, you know, it's all right. But Pedro doesn't play, bro. And one of the things about him that's scary, he might be small, but he can get inside. He's not as fast, but his guillotines are fucking major. I mean, this dude gets you in nice chokes. I mean, you gotta look up at his high reels of his chokes. They're definitely black belt jiu-jitsu, like maybe even higher, man. 2nd degree black belt stuff when he gets into those chokes. And, you know, Sean O'Malley, we already know Sean O'Malley's linky. He's good about keeping his reach. He's good about keeping himself away from the pocket range of an individual. He learns how to keep his range into the fight while he's going with somebody, which I find is good. He's a very smart fighter. Very smart, like Israel Santa. Very, very smart. This is Sean O'Malley's biggest test for him. This is going to be his, you know, am I going to be able to mess with the high uppers, the 10s, the 5s, the 1 rankings? Am I actually going to be able to be in there? So this is exciting to see Sean O'Malley finally get his dues, to see if he can even hang in there. You know, this is going to be a very exciting fight for him, but it's a very deadly fight because Sean O'Malley doesn't have like super knockout power. He's technical power to where he knocks his opponents. But sleeping, like I haven't seen Sean sleep nobody yet. Like we've seen Sean put hands on people and died them a little bit, but it's going to be a different fight with this guy because this guy, if you let this guy get into him, he's going to choke you out. And I think that Sean O'Malley is going to win this fight personally. I think he's going to fight Storm, but I think what he's going to do is personally the same thing he's going to do. He's going to use that reach, keep that distance. But if Pedro can get inside and get him on the ground, Sean O'Malley, kryptonite is he's not a good wrestler. He's not a good wrestler, and he doesn't have that good of a self-defense in jiu-jitsu. Okay? So if Pedro can get him to the ground, it's over. There's a problem, and the problem is Pedro fucking choking you out. Like listen, this dude is a fucking phenomenal jiu-jitsu artist, bro. Like, he's very good to watch. Listen, all these people that I've mentioned to you guys, stack card. There's not gonna be too much out of these fights I've seen that I've talked about that are not gonna excite you. That's not gonna have you ready. That's not gonna have you in your seats. That's not gonna have you like, yo, I need more violence. You know, these are the picks of note, man. These are what's happening. So let's go down real quick and see what we said. Okay, Israel Santa against Jared Cannonier. We already said we think Israel's going to win. Alex Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. My boy Max is going to win. We got Sean Strickland against Alex Pereira. I think my hands are up, man. Again, if Sean can withstand his left deadly hook, he's got a chance of winning. He's got a chance of gassing the man out by wrestling him. But if he doesn't wrestle him, if he doesn't take that man down, Alex is going to win. All right, or he'll win by decision, you know. But he might knock him out. I'm gonna be honest. That dude Alex he's got bodies, yo. Like 20 highlight bodies, him just knocking them out either by kick or that left hook. That left hook knocked Israel Santa out. It's real. It's heavy. Like he said we got 4-ounce gloves now. When you're fighting in Muay Thai, I think it's like 12 ounces maybe. But the gloves you fight for MMA, that's like 4. That ain't nothing. Like believe me, I've been hit by them. It ain't nothing. It don't feel like nothing either. Feel like straight splitting your wigs. And then when we get to Pedro Munhoz versus Sean O'Malley, I think Sean's gonna win, and if he keeps technical, he keeps his self distance away, he'll win by the scorecards. But the problem is that I don't think Pedro's gonna give him that. I think he's gonna walk through fire too. I think Sean O'Malley is gonna win this one, y'all, but I don't know. Again. But those are my picks. Man. I know we're gonna have a good UFC 276. I know this card is about to be stacked. I'm about to enjoy it. So let's get it on to the next one. It's a short one because I'm so late into this. I've got a lot of projects coming, man. If y'all haven't yet seen, go watch What the Fuck up here. It should be up here. Little dope ass short film I did. Just continuing my craft, man. Show support, man. I love all y'all, man. Let's keep the vibe good. Let's be all cool. Let's watch our firearms for 4th of July. And happy 4th of July from y'all for the No Show. Let's keep it going, man. I love all y'all, man. Creativity. Let it be blessed, man. And I'll see y'all next time on the No Show. I'm out, baby.